I'm not sure. 1, 2. No, we didn't lose someone. Just the view changed. Never mind. Okay. Sometimes Zoom confuses me. All right. Body. And it's Tuesday. And that's what Tuesday is meant. March. Tuesday is Pilates. So we're going to start in a tabletop. Not tabletop. All fours. Excuse me. In our spine. So we're going to arch our back, look up, and then feel everything around. Arch out. Get that weight on all parts of the hand. Doesn't have to just be on the hand. And on our last one, we're going to come to a nice neutral spine. Over here. We're going to take one leg out to the back, and one arm out to the front. Take it nice and stable, and we're going to lower and raise for 10. Now we're going to touch our knee to our elbow for 10 on the same side. Rest of your body still. It is your base, your root from which you're moving. Take it on down. We're going to switch to the other leg. So take the other leg out, keeping the spine nice and straight. I feel like I'm super close to the camera today. It's weirding me out. Might be because I've got all my fitness to it back there now. But anyways, other leg out, other arm out, and get nice and stable. Keep that back nice and flat. Tuck in those ribs so that your chest is not falling. We're going to lift and lower for 10. Keep the head in line with the body. And now we're going to come in elbow to knee for 10. Great work. Last 3. And 10. Awesome job. Let's just take a second for our wrists. Normally we have them like this. We're just going to flip one over and gently press into it. Give our wrist a nice stretch. Only on one side at a time so that you don't overdo it and hurt yourself. That way you can control how much pressure you want to put down. Just feels good when we do all this planking stuff. So once in a while, stretch it out. Let's switch sides. Woo. Take the other arm. Flip that wrist over. And hang out. Okay. Excellent. Decide how much to press in, how much not to press in. Awesome. We're going to come down now and do some of our stuff on the floor. So find yourself on your back. I'm going to face the other way for some variety so that all of my videos are just like the same angle, the same everything. So let's come on our back. I'm going to take our legs up to our tabletop position here. And this time we're going to lift our head and our chest. Our head is looking down at our torso. We're not looking up. We're not straightening it. We're going to take our arms out. We're going to breathe in for 5 while we pulse our arms. And breathe out for 5 as we pulse our arms. So Engaging everything, keeping that core nice and tight, thinking about keeping the lower spine in neutral. Don't let it arch. Breathing in for 5 and out for 5. Breathe in for rounds. Great work. Keep it going. Let's do 2 more sets of breathing in and breathing out. Hit that. Gently lower the head, lower the legs, and just take a moment to breathe. We're gonna do some dead bug stuff because it's good for us. So we're gonna come back to that tabletop so we don't get to leave it for too long. Take the arms up. Just make sure that your shoulders are retracted, meaning that they're pressing into the mat. They're not coming up off the mat, that they're nice and steady on the mat. And then we're going to take our arms out while we take one leg out and then bring it back and then take the other leg out and bring it back. Now I know this is Pilates, so we don't really use other stuff, but if anyone has a very light weight and they would like to take this up a little bit of a notch, you could theoretically grab one and add it, but certainly not required. But just want to point that out in case anyone happens to have equipment around them. Keep it on going. Great work. Awesome, awesome job. Keep that spine in neutral. Take those arms all the way back and all the way back up. We're gonna do 4 more on each side. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. And take it down. All right, we're gonna do some leg circles. So you're gonna have the feet planted on the ground. You're gonna take one leg up above you. And you're gonna do tiny circles of the leg. They can be a little bigger, they don't have to be tiny, but you wanna be controlling them from the core so nothing else is moving. So if you find yourself doing a lot of this, probably means you need to go smaller so that you can support everything. So we're gonna take our leg in a circle in one direction. Doesn't really matter because we're gonna do both directions. So you can pick what you'd like. Holding that core. And controlling the leg the whole way around. So it's not swinging, you're taking it for a very controlled ride. Let's reverse direction. So take that leg in the other direction. Whatever one you did, do the other one. Keep breathing. And take that leg down. We're gonna lift the other leg up. So we have 2. This is where you can be happy that we only have 2 and we're not like octopuses or like spiders, because then we would need a very long time for every class. Like take forever to do anything. Again, hold that body nice and steady. A few more, then we're gonna switch directions. We're gonna switch directions now. Keeping everything nice and still, carving out space with our leg. Last one. And take it down. Whew. Feel like a lot of these things, right, they're a lot for our hip flexors, so let's give them a moment to extend. So we're going to press through our heels and peel our spine off, and then our lower back all the way up into our bridge. Press through the heels, squeeze into the glutes, get the full range of this awesome extension moment. Lower it down one vertebrae at a time, like you've got a string of beads or pearls. Sit one more time, press through the heels, and up, squeezing through those glutes. And lower. Do that one more time. And lower. All right, we're gonna turn onto our side now. And you're gonna use your arm as your pillow. Your other arm is your stabilizer. And you're gonna take your top leg and plop it down in front of your bottom leg. And you're gonna flex the foot of the bottom leg. And we're gonna think about pointing the heel towards the floor at all times, meaning we're not gonna be like this. We're gonna keep the heel towards the floor, like that's sort of like what you wanna think about. And we're gonna raise as high as we can and lower. We're gonna do 20, so this is almost 10. This is gonna be our last 10. So we're over halfway there. Woo! You're really gonna feel this on your thigh. Awesome job. You guys can roll over to the other side. I'm just gonna quickly mosey on over to the other side. Find yourself with your handy dandy arm pillow, top foot in front, and flex that foot again, thinking about pointing the heel like up, and then we're gonna lift and lower for 20. Almost there. Last 4, 3, 2, and 1. Awesome, awesome. Amazing. We're gonna come back onto our backs, extend the legs, and we're gonna sit up fully, lean forward and come back. If that feels like a lot, you don't have to go all the way. So if you get stuck, you can work on just getting to here and then lowering. Or one more alternative, you can bend the legs a little bit, and that makes it a bit easier to sit all the way up. So that's a good like intermediary. Or if you feel that you can come all the way up with the straight legs, you can do that. Then we're gonna lean forward and then roll down with control. All the vertebrae hanging out one at a time until you get down to the ground. And then we're gonna rise up again. Lean forward and then gently come down. Very nice job. Make sure that you are coming down with as much control as you come up with. It's really hard to do, but it's very easy to find yourself like doing that, which doesn't do you any good, what I just did. So don't do that. Because you're not actually working on getting more control in your muscles. So really challenge yourself to not let yourself hit the ground until you've fully articulated through that spine. As you come up, again, lean a little forward over those legs, and then take it down. We'll do a few more. We're going to do 4 more. So that's our last 4. Last 3. Last 2. And our last one. Awesome, awesome work. Ooh. We are going to roll onto our stomachs now and do some back stuff. So gently roll over. And we're going to put our hands on our arms. And we're going to lift our legs up, pressing into the mat through our pelvis, and then lower, lifting and lowering. So our legs are straight. It's really engaging the glutes and all the muscles in the upper leg. And reminder, legs should be like about a little wider than shoulder, or like around shoulder. And I have my feet turned out. Let's do 5 more. Last one. Hold it and take it down. We're going to keep the lower body still engaged, pressing that pelvis into the mat, but we're going to recruit the upper body more actively, which is a glasses off movement. Forehead on the mat, arms to my side, and we're going to lift up and out like we're mermaids so that we keep plenty of space in our back. Come on up. I should get mermaid leggings. Then it'll be legit when I tell us to be mermaids. And lower. Rise up and out. Hold it and lower. Let's do that again. Really hold through that core. See if you can get yourself just a little more up, a little more stable. And lower. You may not be at a full range of motion, so if you are working really hard and you're balancing here, that's awesome. Keep doing that and building up that strength. Like everything, we want to use control, so no flopping, plus you might break your nose. So I didn't want to demo what not to do because I like not having a broken nose, but make sure that you lower with just as much control as you lift with, so that you're really working the muscles on all parts of the whole movement. Your muscles will say thank you. Let's do 4 more, then we'll Superman. Super person, I should say. Last 2. Last 1. Lower. We're going to extend the arms out. The legs are already extended out conveniently. And we're going to lift all of our limbs up and swim. Reminder, if that's not a good challenge, it's way too much. Your challenge will be alternating. So you're still swimming. You're just swimming from the ground versus swimming from the air. So this is your other option. Or you're going to rise up like we do in Hamilton. Right? And we're gonna go swimming or supermaning. I don't know. We're just gonna do this. Hold that core nice and tight. Keep that pelvis pressed into the floor. We're gonna go for 10 more. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. We're really close. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop, not drop. Come down with control. Should never use that word. That's like a forbidden word. Push yourself back up onto your hands. Round your back and let yourself rest on those heels. Should feel really nice. Rounding out that back. We're gonna come up to all fours again. And we're gonna do a little bit of strength, see where we are in class. Okay. We're gonna do a little bit more plank stuff, but not too much. And then I will let us do the nice stretchings at the end of class. So I guess we didn't really do plank. We kind of did only quadruped. So we're gonna come up into a plank, keeping the shoulders in line with the wrists, keeping that butt down. And if this feels like not happening today, you can take a knee plank. But we're gonna hold it. And now we're gonna add a dip. Dip to one side, dip to the other. And if that feels like too much, you don't have to do the dips. You can just hold it. The dips definitely get your obliques going. And they will do like being invited to the party, but they will understand if you just want to hold the plank. Obliques are nice that way. Keep going. Keep breathing. Last 8 coming up. Last 7 and 6 and 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come on down. We're gonna do a little bit of stretching to finish off class. So first we're gonna take one leg forward, other leg back. We're gonna keep the heel, not the heel, gosh, sorry, the top of the foot on the mat and straighten up. And we're just gonna push through our inner thighs to stretch out these muscles. So we're just literally like whoop, coming forward a little bit. You can have the hands on the thigh to rest them. Just giving them a little bit more of a break because we do all those crunches and things that are, forcing them to be flexed. So we want to also extend them and stretch them out. Come down, straighten the front leg. While we're here, we may as well get a little hamstring stretch. Flex that front foot. Let yourself fall over the leg towards the towards the flex foot and stretch out the hamstring. Excellent, excellent. Bring that leg in. We're going to do the other side. So take the other leg out front. The other leg, the back leg is extended. Top of the foot's on the floor. And we're going to again push through. So we're probably wherever we are, and we're pushing forward a little bit to stretch out our hip flexors. Hands are on the thigh. If you're really in like a yoga or like an in a mood, you can take them up. That makes you happy. All right, we have an moment. I can see an moment. I love it. I think she has her camera on, hence me being like, cool. A moment. All right, so feel that stretch. And then gently, we're gonna lower the hands down, straighten the front leg, which means we're bending the back leg, flexing that foot, and letting ourselves bend over the front leg. Most of you will probably be more flexible than me, but wherever you are is great. As long as you're feeling a hamstring stretch, you're doing it right. Awesome. Bring it in. We're just gonna do a quick little glute stretch as well. So come into your plank. Take one leg forward with your lower leg like parallel to the short side of the mat. Take your other leg out. And then you're just gonna let yourself feel the stretch on the bent leg. You can straighten up if you need assistance. You can take a block or a book if your hands are having trouble reaching. You can also put something under that hip if you're feeling tight and it's like a lot of stretch so that you can kind of control it. Or you can just stay here. And you know, options are good. Let's go to the other side. So tuck that back foot, send the leg back, bring the other one front, and settle in on the other side. Whew, I am tight. I need to do more yoga. Awesome. A few more seconds here. You can drop yourself down onto the front hip, swing the other leg around. And we're just gonna finish off with a little bit of shoulder rolls and side bends and my posture reminder for the rest of the day. So let's roll the shoulders forward first. And let's roll them back. Take the arms out to the side, thinking about us being nice and lifted, like we've got a nice little string onto the ceiling. Take one arm up, bend over to the side, and come back. Bend the other way. Let's do that one more time. Feels really good. Let's take one arm to the opposite, either knee or thigh, the other hand behind, and we're gonna twist through our thoracic spine behind us a little bit, but still thinking straight. Gotta bring back the meat skewer analogy from 2 months ago. We're like gyro, like still on that stick nice and straight. My fave analogy. It's ridiculous. Gently come back to the center. Take the hand to the other knee or thigh. Not thigh, calf, jeez. Take the hand behind. Words, you guys, words. Sit nice and tall, twist. And bring it back. And let's take the arms above our head. Stretch one side, then the other. A couple more. Feel the length of your body. Take the arms down. And now the reminder. We're all at our desks. Make sure you get up every so often and stretch. If you notice you're slouching, take a second to sit up straight. Try and be cognizant of it. It'll make your whole body feel better, even when you're not exercising. So that is my reminder. And Hope to see you guys mañana.
Hey, Julie, thank you.
Good to have you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. Have a good rest of your day.
You too.